I don't get it. I just don't get it. I gathered you all here today to tell you that we are falling behind. Team Rocket has successfully created Mewtwo. Yes, I know, badass. I don't know why we didn't think of this, but their head researcher, Mr. Fuji, he's a smart man, and our head researchers, Dudley and Nathan, seem to be taking their sweet time. I mean, what do we have right now as Team Plasma, other than these dope uniforms? Nothing. Yes, that's right, nothing. But I will not stop until Team Plasma is at the top,
sir.
and we...
Sir?
Yes?
Me and Dudley have actually found something that I think we would like to show you.
You're kidding. Well, what is it?
Dudley and I have made a recent discovery of a Pokemon we think could become the strongest Pokemon in the world.
What is this, some kind of joke? Do I look like a fool? You expect me to believe that you and Dudley, after all these years, have finally found your big break?
Sir, it isn't a joke. We have found a Pokemon fossil from 300 million years ago.
Wow, that's pretty old. But is it old enough?
If we can extract the Pokemon, we may be ahead of all other organizations.
Well, what are you waiting on? Nathan, slap that bad boy on the fossil cleaner right now. Let's see what we get.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that was a little bit of a longer intro. If you're still here, thank you so much. And by the way, that was inspired by Dobbs and his parody videos, so thanks for making dope videos, bro. Anyways, guys, we will get back to our friends in Team Plasma, but first, I need to go over this video. There have been numerous Pokemon that have been modified by humans, but only a handful of them were considered powerful enough to be legendary Pokemon. In this video, we are going to uncover one of these human-altered Pokemon, which also happens to be the oldest Pokemon recorded, other than Arceus, of course. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and without further ado, let's dive into the origin of Genesect. 300 million years ago, the Pokemon world was much different than it is today. At this point in time, no humans inhabited the planet, and only a few Pokemon roamed the lands. The Pokemon world was in a time period known as the Carboniferous Age. Arthropods and amphibian Pokemon made up almost all inhabitants, and most of the Pokemon that were alive at this point in time are no longer in existence. There is no evidence that even Mew was alive at this point, other than the fact that it shares its DNA with all Pokemon. But one Pokemon has made it all the way to present day, and it's none other than Genesect. But Genesect wasn't the Genesect we know. It even looked different 300 million years ago, and it didn't have a giant cannon on its back. For all we know, it might not have even had steel typing. It was just a plain old bug Pokemon. But this prehistoric bug species has a big part in the Pokemon world today, and it didn't even get to see it until long after its extinction. It would take Genesect 300 million years later, which leads us into present day to return to the world and become the mythical Pokemon known today. Genesect would make its appearance in the Unova region during the timeline of Pokemon Black and White. In this time period, Team Plasma wanted to create a Pokemon that was much stronger than any Pokemon known to man. With this goal in mind, Team Plasma's best researchers and scientists set out to find a Pokemon that could become this legend. When scientists finally found a fossil with the attributes they were looking for, they quickly jumped on the idea of manipulating its DNA into something much more powerful than the original fossil Pokemon. But what happened next made Team Plasma's project a little harder to complete than expected, but I'll let our friends from Team Plasma finish that for me. The fossil is almost ready. Here it comes.
Oh, it's gonna be a dinosaur. It's a bug? This is the strongest Pokemon ever?
Well, I mean, if we put a cannon on its back, maybe, just maybe, it could be pretty strong.
It's Ed.
Oh my god, what is that thing? Why is there a huge bug in the conference room?
And let me explain. This is going to be the strongest Pokemon in the world. Your loyal Team Plasma friends want to manipulate this Pokemon and make it stronger than even Mewtwo.
My friends, have you forgot what we stand for to make sure we do not harm or kill any more Pokemon or even battle them? Get this bug out of my building!
Yes sir, yes sir.
So, no canon.
I could have told you this was going to be a stupid idea. Nathan, Dudley, get this thing out of here. Alright, now where were we? Ah, yes. I was thinking about a new uniform look for winter.
That's what I'm talking about.
Let's go. Yeah.
And the fearless leader of Team Plasma was not interested in manipulation of Pokemon, and believed that manipulating a Pokemon would take away from the pureness of the Pokemon. It would not be what the god Arceus wanted. Because of N's decision, Team Plasma did not proceed any further with Genesect, but some scientists decided to carry on the project in secret due to their passion for science. One of the scientists in particular that carried out this mission was Dr. Zeno, and you can learn about this in the manga. Dr. Zeno knew where to find Genesect, and he knew exactly where it fled after being released by Team Plasma. When Dr. Zeno found Genesect, it gave this Pokemon power like never before. Dr. Zeno also added a cannon to Genesect, and most likely also made Genesect a steel Pokemon due to the process. Kinda like my boy Wolverine. With this alteration Dr. Zeno made to the fossil Pokemon, Genesect became much stronger than ever imagined, and its power was considered of the mythical Pokemon status. The cannon that Dr. Zeno added to Genesect was given a unique feature which uses different types of drives to change the blast that it shoots, known as Technoblast. There are 4 different drives, each one of them having a different typing and obviously the standard normal blast. These drives can be retrieved in the P2 laboratory after fighting a scientist known as your boy Dudley. And just to clarify, his name's not your boy Dudley, it's just Dudley, but he was in that video I made. It's whatever, just so you don't battle the wrong guy. Yes sir, yes sir. He will only ask you to challenge him when he sees that you have Genesect, the Pokemon that he is researching. He then gives you 2 drives depending on which game you are, because they are exclusive to each game. For example, if you are in Black and Black 2, you will only receive the Burn drive and Shock drive. And if you're in White and White 2, you will receive the Douse drive and the Chill drive. You can obviously trade the drives after doing the events from one game to the other, so you can have all 4 in one game. So I think the reason why Team Plasma wanted to actually manipulate this Pokemon was because before they even knew about Genesect, it was recorded in ancient times that the original bug Pokemon used as the base for Genesect was a feared hunter and calculated predator. Although Team Plasma was not able to make a Pokemon stronger than Mewtwo, Genesect's stats are still pretty freaking good, and Genesect even has the same base stat total as some Mega Pokemon. These Pokemon include Mega Pinsir, Mega Scizor, and Mega Heracross, which are actually the highest known base stat totals that any bug Pokemon have. So Genesect pretty much is the strongest bug Pokemon, and it's well deserved. I think Genesect is actually my favorite bug Pokemon that's ever existed. And now that I think about it, I think this is the first video I've ever done on a bug, so thank you Genesect for bringing bugs to my YouTube channel. Speaking of bugs, Genesect is actually based off of our real-world roach. Wow, say that 5 times fast. Obviously, no group or scientists have tried to manipulate roaches that we know of, but roaches appeared around the same time in history 300 million years ago, in the Carboniferous Age. It's seriously crazy to think that a species has survived through so many different time periods, and predates most dinosaur fossils we have actually found and recorded. So next time you see a roach, and before you kill it, you can think, wow, I'm looking at one of the oldest living species in the world, and then you can smush it or spray it or whatever you're gonna do to it. I don't judge. Not trying to be cruel or anything, I mean don't kill it, but I'm not a big fan of roaches, so this is a message to all the roaches out there: stay away from me or your life may be in danger. Now something I wanted to actually ask you guys about is a theory that I saw online, and I cannot find any information that supports it, and it's the fact that a lot of people think that the Kabuto and Kabutops line is the pre-version of Genesect, and personally me, other than some similar aspects of the looks, I can't really find any information that supports that. Now here's the one thing that I do know is that Kabuto is based off the horseshoe crab, which is actually older than 300 million years old, so could be, but that's all that I got. If you have any further details on that, let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear what you think. Alright guys, I'm gonna stop this video while I'm ahead, or at least think I'm ahead. So this was the origin of Genesect.